to be boring. Yeah, yeah. Tell me you ready, Mellow, you ready to spit for the ladies to keep it nasty, dark and petty. If you pick me, then you might find this upsetting. You say that you're ready, well the joke's on you. Get it?
Hey. Man, I either under or over anticipated what note you were gonna be on. No. We just. Why do we rehearse? We just did this on the false start, and we were on the same note.
Well, I still sounded exemplary. So
you know what? I'm Talley.
As the first lead vocalist of the Jokes on You pod.
That's so funny.
It just
for so many reasons.
It just.
Oh my God. Me and Rodney talk about all the time, like how if you just boot camped it and gave like a fucking a half more. Is it my lip gloss? That happens to me a lot. I don't know why. But if you just boot camped it and gave it a fucking a half more, you would be just a vocalist. If you just
I would, and I think I'm gonna keep on playing, so I don't have to deal with the disappointment of me not doing well.
I think that as a comedian actress, if you just get to the point where you can musical theater talk sing, that'll be like the best requirement for your stardom. Like if you could just do just one solid like in the Heights style voice. I think I can be like a
Eddie Murphy, Jimmy Early.
Well, he can sing for real.
Eddie can sing for real.
Oh,
but
I mean,
Eddie doesn't make it a thing.
No.
He did Party all the time. He did Jimmy Early. He sang a little bit here and there, but he hasn't made it a thing. So like Jamie is a singer.
Right.
Eddie did do an album. I think because he was in the studio with Rick James.
Eddie know we can't handle all that. Eddie is the talent of equivalent of you brought dick too. Like I think that he just don't.
Yeah, like
he don't give us
like
that because we can't handle it.
It's already too much.
Yeah.
If I sang for real, if I gave it a good college try, like my sisters sing like angels. Mm-hmm. They sing. For me, I've made it my personality. Like I'm the one that can't sing, but I can do this. And I can do that. So now
look at this.
Look what I can do. I can do this. My butt's big. Look at my titties. Look at this. So I made it my personality. So now I can't sing even if I wanted to. And also I've had
stop. Because as a singy bitch, I'm not one of those singing bitches that's like singing my whole personality. So I can only be the only singing bitch like around. I don't feel like that. You don't be wrong. Like I've heard you like play sing. And the thing about singing is like you can match pitch pretty much unless you're drunk. And when you sing songs that you know, you're not singing the notes. So I would stop doing that because who knows what you might get offered. You might get offered a musical role and now you done fucked yourself out of.
Well, no, if it comes, yes. Mm-hmm. But I think my entire life, I've been the one that can't sing, and I had the teacher tell me I can't sing. And when I
think that really fucked you up.
No, it did. Yeah. As far as like singing, so I was like, well, I'm just not gonna try no more. Mind you, I was like 7, but I was like, well, fine, fuck it, I won't sing then. Mm-hmm. So now it's like I've done so much other shit other than singing. Mm-hmm. Like singing is just something I do for fun now. So if I take it seriously, now I gotta like lean into it.
Yeah.
So now I'd rather just be like, hey, and be funny and make it a funny thing than actually giving a fucking trying about it.
Right. I mean, I don't ever see you like singing ballads anywhere, but I think that like I don't know.
I have a million other things going on too. So it's like,
I know.
If they're like, hey, we need somebody to play Jennifer Lewis in the Jennifer Lewis musical, then I'm fucking singing.
Right.
I auditioned for something and had to sing. It was very, very funny. And it was very like,
did I see that video?
I think I did send it to you guys. And I sang from High School Musical. Because it was easy. Because Ashley Tisdale ain't a singer for real.
No, absolutely not.
I could have been Sharpay. I could do that. I could do that. Now,
Sharpay was
Vanessa Hudgens can sing. Ashley Tisdale. It's hard to believe that I couldn't see that you were always there beside me. Thought I was alone with no one to hold. I can do that.
So stop saying that you can't sing.
But like,
stop saying that.
I made my personality.
Anyway, you get on my nerves. Jokes
of the week. Let me go to the studio tomorrow. Let me get Rodney Jerkins on the phone so Talley don't get mad. My bad. Dark Child, is it you? Hello, Brian Michael Cox. Hello. My bad, bitch. Damn, I can't just make a silly goofy joke with my friend on motherfucking podcast. No, I gotta go run on a fucking treadmill on some heels with Matthew Knowles with one T. Huh?
Yep.
God damn. Yep. Hey, I'm Mel.
Because I don't like it. I don't like the tone of it. I don't like how you're talking to my friend.
But it's honestly,
I don't like it.
It's like, oh, I can't weld the couch. No, I can't weld the couch. I'm not gonna give a fuck about.
Weld the couch.
I don't know what the
You
fuck.
actually cannot do that.
I don't. Well, I
Like-
can't
like for sure,
carpet.
for sure.
I can't carpent a couch. It's like you can't carpet a couch. It's not like-
Carpent? Did you make that up? Anyway, jokes of the week.
what do carpenters do? Carpent.
They build. Carpent as a verb
Carpent.
is crazy. And if it's like some ye old English, then it doesn't count.
Because how are you a carpenter if you don't carpent? See? To do carpentry or work on something as a carpenter. To carpent.
Is that in the real dictionary? That is the Wiktionary. Don't fucking play with me.
Oxford English Dictionary, bitch.
But it's not
Merriam-
a word that's in use. Click the Merriam-Webster one. Well, I don't like it. I don't like
You
how
think
it
I just
sounds.
made that shit up? It's
I
a real
did. I
word.
thought you made it
When you
weird.
put "er" on something, the
I
pre-er is a word.
I know how. I know, but it sounds crazy. I didn't like it. Anyway,
We're back.
we're back. We've got some things have transpired.
Since the last episode,
Since the last time
and
we
I'm
saw
glad
you
our
guys.
last episode was what it was because y'all needed that. We needed it. I forgot that episode even happened. When I tell you, as soon as I say things on here, I forget I said it.
And we were so sleepy. Like, I didn't even, that was a fever dream until I went back and watched it before it came out. And I was like, when I say I remember 0% of any of that.
Yeah.
But it was hilarious.
It was so funny.
and I
The
did
bourbon,
enjoy
that
it.
might be top 5. That might
Yes.
be top 5. And we're always super, super sleepy. Actually, we're here early today.
It
so
is,
it's
the
not-
sun is still up and we're here. So that's
So
wonderful.
that's great. So the election happened and...
I have a conspiracy theory, guys.
Okay, so the booty holes conspiracy theories. What do
Yes.
you think? Because, okay, but let's preface this by saying I'm not a full woo-woo. I don't have the cards. I don't have the crystals. I don't have none of the things. But my spirit be telling me shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so calm about the election. I was not tripping about the election because I'm like, that lady gonna win. It just never crossed my mind. I know that's crazy to think in an election
Mm-hmm.
because it can go two ways. But like, it just never crossed my mind that man was gonna win. So when he didn't, I was like,
And we were together when this was
we were
happening.
together. You left around 1:15. I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep, and I woke up at 2:30 like everybody else in the world. Apparently,
I was shaken out of my sleep. I was
I
jolted.
literally woke up like
Yeah.
at 2:30 and saw
Yeah.
that he had won the election. It just didn't make sense to me. And all
He
the
had
woo-woo,
won the
something's afoot.
election.
And all the woo-woo bitches said that she was gonna win as well. So now the day after, I keep on saying woo-woo and it's making my mouth be funny. But the day after the election, the woo-woo bitches were getting whacked.
Oh, whacked so hard.
They were, cause like, you lying crystal bitches, you fucking light skinned sage running.
Y'all,
burning
I
ass
saw somebody was like, y'all need jobs.
The poor witches, but I was on the witches side because I'm like, I also got that inkling, so I don't know what the fuck's gonna transpire. But again, that means the Dems have to put their dick on the table, which they never do. So that's neither here nor there. So booty hole, your conspiracy.
Okay, so I have some things to say politically, and I have some things to say that's my conspiracy theory. The Dems have a difficult time putting their dicks on the table because that will mean that they can't do that whole you go low, we go high type thing anymore.
Love Michelle down, but
That
she
was
should never said that.
was the most treacherous thing she could have ever let out of her mouth because it made a group of people, and the Democratic Party is like, and this is from experience working in several states, several facets of the Democratic Party and arms of the DNC, is that those are white people who can afford to say you go low, we go high, because at the end of the day, some of this is just silly, goofy games for you.
They're gonna be white no matter what.
The parts of you that are marginalized, you can mask, which is still not great, and you shouldn't have to live like that. But it don't be a lot of black people. It don't be a whole bunch of black people that are a part of these, like, the roots, the grassroots, the grass tops, all of that. It be white people. It be, and so they can afford to be like, oh, well, we're gonna be the better people, and we're not gonna act like that,
can't
and whoopty
afford to
whoopty
be-
whoopty wop.
no.
When these people who are on the right are filling up pillowcases with bars of soap and beating the shit out of folks, that's the game that they're playing. And so that just very much irritates me and rubs me the wrong way, and it's going to take a lot to change because the Democratic Party is comfortable also with how center they are. And if they start behaving like people who are actually advocating for folks, then they'll be like, oh, they might be a little more left than we thought. And they don't want people to get that idea.
You gotta keep them in mind. Yeah.
Yes. Number 2, here's my conspiracy theory, guys. My conspiracy theory is that Kamala and some other key players know that when Donald Trump gets sentenced later this month, that he is going to jail. I think that they know he is going to jail. The election doesn't get certified, I think, until some Tuesday or Thursday in December. They know he's going to jail. It doesn't automatically go to JD Vance if the candidate is still president-elect and not actually the president. You only goes from president to vice president when the person is actually in office, and that's their job now. So what I think is going to happen, because first of all, there was never any legal precedent for a felon running for president, because nobody could ever fathom that would be a thing. Right. Nobody in their mind was like, oh, somebody running for this office could actually get elected as a felon. They never thought that. So now we're here because history didn't account for
legislation for that.
This kind of foolishness. I think he's going to jail. I think then that will force a recount before the certification. I think then you have to recount. And first of all, something's going on with Starlink and Elon Musk. He did something.
He's gloating about it. So it's like, hello?
He's gloating about it. And in all my years, I've been doing this work since winter of 2015. I've worked gubernatorial races, not to like beat my own dick about it, but I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I've worked gubernatorial races. I've worked small down ballot races. I've worked coordinated campaigns. This is my third presidential. Ain't no way that all them folks in swing states voted down ballot Dem,
yes,
and then either opted out of voting for the president or
just
they did Trump. Everybody else that's blue. That's not real. That is
in every single swing state.
That is the equivalent of like me getting struck by lightning at a bank. The vault breaks open, $1 billion comes out, and then Boris Kojo comes and fucks me. That's the statistical improbability there. That's not real. Yeah. That's not real.
And they have not been shy about it. They say, oh, I don't even need your votes. We'll never have another election again. Elon Musk, who's from South Africa, you don't even go here. Oh, look. Hello, Dems, do something.
And I think that whenever a couple of weeks ago or months ago where Donald Trump was like, you don't have to vote. We don't need your votes. Yeah. We don't need your votes.
We have
somebody, I think it might have been Alexis on TikTok, akin it to how like when you cheat on a test and you cheat so good that your teacher is like,
oh, that was
come here.
Sis. That was
I thought it was Alexis.
No, that was that's other sis.
Sabrina? No, it wasn't Sabrina.
Not Sabrina. Oh, well, I saw
they
her.
all look like cousins. Alexis, Sabrina, and that other one all look similar. Like they need to be in a movie.
No, I was talking about sis from what?
You want me to do my clap?
Tina. It was Tina. It was Christina. Bullet bags.
Oh.
She said it on Twitter.
Okay, but
that's what I thought.
I think Alexis said it on TikTok.
Well, you got to get at least a couple wrong. You get 100.
You got none wrong. You got absolutely none wrong. And not to say that the country has not been trending more conservative and that the country has not been trending more right. Part of this, and I need to make a TikTok about it, is that people are illiterate. People cannot read.
And they know that.
People can't read. People you remember when Beyonce was doing one of her earlier documentaries and she was like, people don't make albums anymore. They make these songs and they just pop and they just pop quick. And people don't make bodies of work. People are watching clips that are governing their entire political identity and their morality. You are watching a 15 to 20 second video that has completely shaped your idea of how politics affect you. And
you believe
how you relate politics to other people. Yeah. And nobody's reading books. Nobody is researching candidates. Nobody's researching propositions. Everybody's so upset that I think 48, and it wasn't Prop 48, it was Prop something in California where it's like, hey, should we get rid of prison slavery? And then prison slavery is still here. And everybody's like, I can't believe California.
They probably worded that so crazy.
They couldn't read that shit.
They had no idea.
They couldn't read it.
But honestly, as someone who is literate, and it'd be like, the summary is, would you like grass to be green? How about we have the color of grass be FFF27GQR, and then the color of the rainbow, the fourth color in the rainbow, and then you do. It's like, and I can read.
When I was
that shit is confusing.
When I was in that ballot box, and them 3 measures that was at the bottom that we had to vote for in DeKalb County. Now, that first one I understood. I said, oh, a literate bitch. She knows. She knows words, and she knows their meaning, and she can put them together. Them other 2, I said, forgive me, Lord. And I answer to the best of my goddamn
I ain't gonna
ability.
lie. After Kamala, I was in there like,
When I say I was in there squinting at them propositions,
as long as the
like
name sounded black and was Democratic.
I was squinting
I ain't
at them
gonna lie.
propositions. I said out loud, "What the fuck did you say to me?" I read that shit. I said, "What?" I'm leaning back
And
outside
wait.
my box like
Can
Tina
you
Belcher
read?
trying to see other people like, "You understand this? You."
And I'm mad because I went with my mom. I'm like, damn, I should have asked that lady because I know she know. Because she one of the people that I've researched everything. I should ask. She usually tells me who to vote for. And I want to say this because I noticed me and you have lost a lot of followers over this campaign shit, but they don't understand that we work here. And everybody's not going to be as left as you. Like, I understand everything.
Especially not men.
Huh?
Especially not men.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like, it's been very weird. I saw somebody say something about, because I had said something about Kamala and you know, I can see people who have me blocked now or whatever. So, which is, anyway, but they were saying something like, oh, she's so stupid. So I'm like, oh, let's see what you got going on your page. And it's like, oh, we need to hold the podcast sisters accountable too.
Are we the podcast
We're
sisters?
podcast sisters.
Oh, bitch, girl, please, bitch,
Bitch,
ho,
ho,
fuck
please.
you.
Right. So I'm just like,
Oh.
we work here. We do this or have done this for a living. Let me.
Yep, I'm going to put a pin in it because I got
Yeah,
something to
because
say.
everybody, and the people, here's the thing about Kamala. And, because I said the Gaza of it all. And I just didn't want it, because they were like, oh, the Gaza, really? You're going to, like, first of all, I'm using corporate speak. This is just how I talk when I'm talking about something in a bigger picture. But, like, also, free Palestine, full stop. But y'all expected Kamala to get on them people TV and say, fuck Israel? She's not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So people want to be, like, picky and choosy. And granted, it's a worthy cause. Not saying that
One of the worthiest.
one of the worthiest, but yes,
Yes.
it does get performed because people are, this Jill Stein shit be fucking for real.
First of all, fuck Jill Stein.
Fuck
She
her.
is a
She
fucking
grifter.
gnome. She's a fucking grifting ass gnome that pops her little head out every 4 years like goddamn groundhog
Every 4
to
years.
siphon votes. And I swear, if I want someone to do a little bit of an investigation into her finances, because I know she's being contracted by, allegedly, on my part, because I don't want to get sued, but I know in my soul she is being contracted by the right to siphon votes
Every 4
every
years.
4 years. I know that she is. And what I was going to say earlier, for me, I can't do no math and I can't do no science. What I do know is this shit here. Okay? What I do know is politics. That is my one thing. That's my thing. So I don't want to hear it. And the podcast sisters, bitch, girl, fuck
Please.
you.
And also,
How about that?
it's a bigger picture kind of thing. Like, honestly, I get it. Everything, and even my thing is with this, because I have so many thoughts going on. I'm sorry, my brain is just like, there are so many criticisms of the Democratic Party, of Kamala and her campaign. Yes, she was very vague in some of her answers. Yes, she should have done a better job at this, communicating
They shouldn't
that.
have muzzled Tim Walz.
They shouldn't
either.
have muzzled Tim Walz after the
Yeah.
weird shit. They shouldn't have done this. They should have done this. Yes. However, Donald fucking Trump ran the worst campaign of all fucking time. He didn't give a fuck about shit. He's a fucking felon, a rapist. All the
I
worst
think
things
he
you
got
can-
the mensch. And that's not to say people with the mensch are bad, but they shouldn't be president.
What the fuck is the mensch? Oh, you mean the mensch?
He
Yeah.
got dementia.
The shit with the Puerto Ricans, to see them niggas is like, oh, yes, we're trash. Absolutely. Let's vote.
Here's the thing, I got a point about that.
And the Latinos.
Let's get into the model minority. Here's what's happening here, and you motherfuckers are finna find out immediately. What is happening with that situation? And it's not just Latino people, it happens with Asian people too.
Well, we've been oddly quiet about them Asians because we need to go
Right.
whack them too.
You think he's not talking about you.
Exactly.
You think he's not talking about you. And I realize a lot of people who are naturalized citizens don't realize that there is and has been a denaturalization process. And that there are currently today things that you can do to become denaturalized in the United States. And all that shit is gonna do is ramp the fuck up. You heard a person say, I wanna end birthright citizenship, which ties back to the 14th Amendment, which makes black people citizens. Clock it. Because everything in Republican politics is what? A Trojan horse. Once they start saying that Latino people who were born here are not citizens, then it happens to everybody else. It means that there's a chance that if these people can push the legislation, that they will send me and Melanie to countries we have absolutely no ties to, because we are not the standard of what they believe America is, and our ancestors were not born here. The only people that they consider here are white people. They're not sending them Italians back to Italy.
No.
They're not doing that. They're not
Elon them.
staying. So I just want people to get out of that model minority of, oh, he's not. I saw a video where a lady was like, I really don't care if my cousins can come over here. I really don't care if my people from wherever I'm from can make it over here. I want life to be good for me and the people who are already here. So if they don't get to make it, then that's fine. And apparently Cubans, through some law or act, have a different setup than other Latinos. So that is why Cubans vote the way that they vote, because their path to naturalization is much easier than other groups. I didn't know that until 3 days ago.
I grew up in South Florida. So I didn't know all of that because I never really cared to look into it because fuck them. But I even as a child noticed the difference of when a floating fucking pot lid came full of Cubans versus when a floating pot lid of Haitians.
Pot lid is crazy. That's the most insane shit you said to date. Did you say them people came over here on a crock pot lid? That's what you just said to me?
And this is not even me being xenophobic, but I'm just saying
I don't care. It was funny.
It was funny, but it was. I'm saying this to compare the level of like desperation of them coming over here, or the Haitians and Cubans, and how differently they would be treated with the same circumstances. That's what I'm saying. Pot lid was the most random thing I could think of.
That was some grade A, like, that was some, like, that was, I don't know, that was very auntie of you, and I mean that in the highest order. That is a compliment of the highest order. That was just the first thing that was round and could float that I could think of. Them people came over here on a pot lid.
They would come on anything, but I'm just saying, I remember watching, again, one of my first memories of the news is watching Elian Gonzalez, the SWAT team, come and get that little boy at that fucking house, and how big of a fucking deal that was. And when I watched, it was the Elian Gonzalez documentary that came out in 2017, I want to say, and just to see like the political implications of that little boy being over here, first of all. So that's because that's all about immigration as well. I forgot the details, so please spare me. But he came over here, he went back to fucking Cuba. They came and got that little nigga out the house because we was both 5 years old at the same. I'm like, they finna come get me, Mom? Like, what the fuck they got going on? He was buddy with Fidel Castro when he got home. And Cubans are very, 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 very big Republicans. All of them.
Yes.
They are very, very. And this is pre-Trump. Bush. Bush daddy.
Yes.
They fucking love. But even growing up in Miami, they were so racist. They were so nasty. They would come over here, not a lick of English, and look at you crazy for not knowing Spanish. It's bad. Like, if you wanted to see how bad it is, just go to Dolphin Mall in Miami and see how awful of a time you fucking have. It is bad down there. And that's one of the main reasons me and my family left. Because it was bad.
Really?
Yes. It was bad. And it's like, especially as a black family, like when you driving around in Miami, you see a nice car, it's somebody white and or Cuban, which is low-key the same thing, driving that car. Here, I'm seeing the Maybach being driven by a black person. Wow, what? So interesting. So to experience that racism as a child and like being like, oh, you're black. Like I got this as a child from these people. So seeing politically how they act as an adult, when I actually like understand what's going on, it's like that tracks.
Yeah,
that tracks. Especially in Cuba.
Yeah,
I mean, Hialeah.
Hialeah is it's just like Cuba, diet Cuba. Right?
Well, then we have Little Havana,
right?
And then there's Hialeah. So like South Miami is Coral Gables, then there's Little Havana.
I learned all this from CSI Miami. Yes.
Yeah, my auntie used to work in Little Havana, so I spend a lot of time over there now, because I know the girls were saying like, oh, we not eating Mexican food, and we not drinking tequila, and we not now Cuban food.
Listen,
now I'm
y'all gonna have to pry
some palomilla and some mariquitas with some chimichurri.
I know what you said. Y'all gonna have to pry them birria tacos from my cold
the Mexicans
dead hands.
voted right. They broke it down. So that you saw the video where the girl broke down the Latino vote, like South American, Cuban, Mexican, Colombian, whatever the fuck, Central American.
Mexicans don't, for the most part, don't be bothering me.
Mexicans don't bother me.
Yeah,
I tell you, nobody. I was just down to Buford Highway this weekend.
But I've heard somebody say that Mexicans get treated like the black people of
so
Latinos.
That's another thing. So I think I've talked about this on here. Growing up around Latinos, it would be the Cubans. We had literally every kind of Latin people. I remember seeing my first Dominican girl because I'm like, you look like me, but you're speaking Spanish. Your hair's my texture, but it's to your ass. What's happening here? And then it was this one boy who was actually Mexican. And he was cool, but that would be like the joke. Like, ha, Chris, you're Mexican. Ha, ha, Beaner. Ha, 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 ha.
Beaner's crazy.
Beaner's the slur for Mexican.
I know.
So that would be what they would call him. And it was like, and again, he was one of the cool kids. So it was like, he's laughing, but like Mexican,
That's
Cubans,
crazy.
and then like Argentinians and Colombians and all kinds of other shit.
Argentinians.
Nicaraguans are also Afro-Latino too. Because I had a Nicaraguan friend. And they would be like my Nika. And I'd be like, hey.
Not too much.
You
Close
right?
it up. Yes.
Sorry.
But, Jokes of the week before we get back into
Joke of the week.
Do you ready to go?
So I got Talley to watch The Other Sister, you guys.
I did watch The Other
She
Sister.
watched it. So this is our joint joke of the week. So tell the people how you felt. We did a Patreon video. We can do those raw thoughts. You can watch those on the Patreon.
So I will. Okay, good points first. I do not regret watching the movie. I don't regret watching it. I did cry. I am a crybaby, but I did cry.
Several times.
Okay. I can't have no business. I can't have nothing to myself. You gotta tell people I cried several times.
Yes.
I did cry. I did think parts of it were cute, and I was rooting for the children in the movie. I did not like anybody that was a parental figure in the movie. I thought all the parents sucked and failed those kids over and over again. So that sucked. The bad part, I do think it was like out of touch. Like, and I know that at the time that it came out, it was in touch, but parts of it were just like very cringy to watch now that like it is like socially reprehensible behavior for people to behave in the way that some of the people in the movie behave. Like when they were laughing at the, I guess, dinner scene or the wedding scene when he got on the mic, like I can't imagine something like that happening in real life now. So it just seemed like crazy to me.
This is the perfect climate for that kind of shit to come back.
Yeah, true. Oh, the R slur is making a big comeback, huge comeback. But all in all, I don't hate that I watched the movie. Melanie has not paid attention to Succession. When it was my turn, when I turned it on, she was in her phone.
No, tell the whole story.
That's the story.
You got me high.
I'm telling the parts of the story that benefit my narrative. Now, if you want to add something else,
after the movie went off and we ate, the food was delicious. She was like, "Would you like
so
a dude to do drugs?" I'm like, "Absolutely." So we go outside, we do the drugs, and I smoked correctly the first time in my fucking life. So I'm high off my ass, and so is she. So we're on the couch. I'm trying to watch Succession. I'm like looking at Macaulay Culkin brother, Kieran. And I'm just sitting here in my head like dun 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 dun.
Mine was a monkey with
cymbals. I used to have the Home Alone video game, so I know that song very well. I'm like, I can't pay attention to this. I don't even know where I'm fucking at. So I couldn't watch this fucking show.
No,
I haven't
okay.
had time.
It's okay.
So that's one of my things I have on my list to watch.
It's on the list. I'm going to watch it with you. We're going to. If you had to be with me, well, I wanted you to be with me.
I can. You just here's all up for me. But I don't hate it. It's not. I just haven't had time.
The thing about Succession is just kind of like, you know, how you go on a date with a dude and it's just kind of like, I like him, but I'm not sure. And you got to go on like 2 or 3 dates. And then that third day, you like, I love him. Yeah. That is what Succession is.
That's how I binge every show. Like first I'm like, yeah, I'm in my phone. I don't really care. And then sometimes it's that hook that comes in. Mm-hmm. And when that hook comes in, it's like, I'm locked in.
Right.
I'm locked in right now. But yeah, so my joke of the week, my personal joke of the week is I have moved into my new place. Which I hung out with Talley twice this weekend because she only lives 11 minutes from me.
We live so close to each other now.
And I'm just like closer to everything. I can walk to places. It's beautiful.
Isn't it healing you?
No, when I tell you it is healing, like I'll just walk. I'm walking. I walked 5 miles today.
Period.
And I just feel like my clavicles are coming back already. So
your clavicle?
My clavicles. I've been fighting for my clavicles for like 5 fucking years.
My clavicle is under so much fat.
Yeah, like it used to be out. Like you used to be able to see them bitches, but now you can't.
I can't even force. Well, yeah, I did it. Okay, I can force.
If you do this, everybody can. You know, you can make that happen. Anyway. The funniest thing, I've been living by myself. So the first thing was terrifying. This happened more recently. So the white man was in my apartment the other day, and that was really scary. It was a fob mishap, and he was coming to walk dogs, and I was in there in my nightgown. And I said, "What the fuck is going on here?" Because I'm there by myself. Because Dwayne came to move me in, but he went back home. He's gonna move back once he starts his job and stuff. So I've been by myself. But when he was there, the funny part, which is my joke of the week, which I already said was going to happen, and it happened exactly how it happened. Yeah. I got in the shower. It's not a shower with a curtain. It's a shower that's like a clear view. And I had Kevin put the first episode of the sketch show that I did with him on YouTube. So I put it. It's like a little place to put my phone. Right. I'm watching my show. I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. I'm having a great time. I'm watching. I'm washing.
Watching and washing.
Yes.
Watching and washing.
Title.
Boom.
And then he's showing me something on his phone. He's showing me when I was on the toilet before I got in the shower. I was like, great. I'm in there. He's like, what do you think about this? I'm just like, cute. Terrifying. Love that. Then he's like still like, hey, what about this? He's like knocking on it and showing. I'm just like, hey.
Is that not how he behaves when you visit Detroit?
It just hit different this time.
Okay.
And sometimes we shower together. Sometimes it's like a not in like a sexual way, because sometimes we just do it at the same time. But it didn't feel, because I think because like I live here, because I'm at his house. I'm not in like I'm home mode when I'm at his house. Mm-hmm. Like this is one of my home, but it's not home. Right. Like this is like home. Mm-hmm. So at one point he's showing me and he opens the shower door and I'm just like, I would have started crying. And again, I talked about this like 3 episodes ago, how I know I'm never gonna have that time again. And the fact that he like proved my point.
You're never gonna be by yourself again.
That's how I'm enjoying these weeks. Like,
oh man, that's
so terrible. He's like, yeah, what about this? I'm just like, he's like, what? And I'm just like,
when I was living with my ex, I remember one time I had such a long day. I remember I said that like living with a man, you will learn that stuff that you don't think is sexy to men. And I was doing one of my like showers where like, you know, I get sensory overload. So I had the lights off and I had a candle in there and I was just in there, you know, cooling. Like it wasn't sexy to me. That nigga came in that shower with his dick out. I said, oh, I said, please. Put it away, please. I don't want to see it right now. Like, oh, Lord. I was sobbing. I was like, I had such a hard day. And you coming in here trying to put a dick in my mouth. I was like, please get away from me. Please. He was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm like, you got to ask first, bro. You can't just come in.
Like my time.
This is my personal time. But I don't know. You got a big storm coming, honey.
I know.
It's going to be fun. You love him so bad.
I do.
It's going to be nice.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
He's a sweet baby, but it's just like, okay. So right now I'm having a good time. Right now, but again, he put together all the furniture, which is
period.
Very sexy. He was putting together the dresser that I got from Amazon. It's something about a man with the drill.
Yes.
And he was just,
a man doing
and I was being
handy.
so unhelpful. And he was like, do something. Goddamn. I'm just like, fine.
Do something. I'm watching you.
He was, I put the knobs on the drawers.
Okay. Period.
I was just with the little thing. I was like, I helped. But he was,
Okay, enough. I hired a handyman to put my things together because I refuse to call any man that could even possibly want Gucci from me. And the handyman, I got him off TaskRabbit, and he didn't have like a good picture, so like I didn't know what he looked like. He's quite handsome, and he was putting stuff together, and I was like, "You want some tea?" Like
TWAT.
Right. I don't even want to hunch him. Like, and first of all, I know he got a bitch because that phone stay ringing, and he be picking it up like it's a girlfriend. He like, I'm still here. Like I'm still here. I think she know that she has a fine man that has a porny job.
It's very porny.
It's a very porny job.
You called your TaskRabbit.
She be
on. Fuck you like a jackrabbit.
Yep. She be on that phone like, hey, I'm just checking to see if you still, what was you doing?
She listening for them, because if not, it's gonna be like,
Right. But he can't come over no more. I gotta get an ugly TaskRabbit. He can't come over no more.
No, that's how I feel.
I told Melanie and Rita and Deja that I have not had sex since July, since my breakup, and I'm going to do a reenactment of how they did. Actually, you be me.
Hi, I'm Talley. I haven't had penetration since July.
They acted like I had shot them. It was the most shock I had seen on 3 people's face at one time. So what do y'all, first of all, y'all think I'm a hoe. That's what I heard. Is that because I can't go 4 months without sex? It's a shock. It's a surprise.
No, I was just like, damn, that's crazy.
They went, damn. That's what they did.
I probably had sex thrice since July. I may or may not be lying. I
feel like that might be not the truth. Okay, then you got a lot of kicking with me.
At least 5 or 6. I'm sorry.
I feel like I'm scared to have sex after my breakup just because, like, if I get some dick and it's mid, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose my mind.
I think it's hard out here, too, because the nigga market is just not what it used to be. Like 5 years ago, going to find you some dick would have been
so easy. Oh my God.
Now there's so many questions you gotta ask. Who did you vote for? Did you vote? Should
How do you
Tory
feel
be
about
in
Meg
jail?
Thee Stallion? Yeah.
That was you see.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Meg? That never 5 years ago. I didn't give a fuck about what. Hello, penis? Yes, come bring it up.
I'll have some.
Now I have a Google document that I have to airdrop you
To see what type of
see
time
it.
you
So
on.
I can't even just blindly give out coochie no more. So I understand
I
your
was trying to
frustration.
fuck this dude a while back. This was right before I became official with my ex. When I say me and this nigga slow danced the night away, it was beautiful. It was, and he was fine. He was big for nothing, just like I like him, just big for no reason. He smelled good. I was dancing all up on him at Rocksteady. I don't know how we got to it, but almost immediately after giving him my number, he called me. We talked for like 5 minutes, and then he started telling me that homosexuality was a sin and that the gays are going to hell. I was like, bro, all you had to do
Well, shut up.
was shut up. Because when I say I had never been more certain that I was giving somebody pussy in my life, like I was at home, basically ripping the hair off my coochie. I was like, oh,
By hand.
it's going down. I could have just pulled fistfuls of that shit out. And I stopped. When I say Patrick McPatcherson, I stopped mid hair removal to be like, you know what? Don't fucking worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Niggas would ruin a good thing.
It's like
man.
niggas, you know how like bitches be scared of money, like hairstylists and shit. And it's like, do you like money? Like, are you allergic to money? I'm trying to give you the money. That's how I feel about coochie right now.
I would like to prepare some pussy for you.
I have not prepared a good meal. For a man in so long. But that's okay.
We never beaten the pick me allegations.
You know, I've seen like discourse that we might not be as like, because when there was this tweet, there was like, oh, we need Misandrous podcast, and our name got brought up several times.
Did it?
Yes, and then in the comments, people are like, they ain't as misandrous as you think, you know, they're not, and it's like, hey man,
Who do y'all think? Oh my! I didn't see that.
I have to send you the tweet. But
Which is so funny.
the thing about it is like, just because I hate men doesn't mean I'm not going to be sexually attracted to men, or I'm not going to date men. And also, like, some of these misandrous, you're ugly. And we are living different lives. You can swear off men because you're not getting no hoes. So
Jasmine.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And I know that's bad and that's toxic and I shouldn't say that and it's out of touch and it's not what the thing bitches love to tweet to me is, oh, that's not it. It is it, because that's what I said. I said it and I meant
But
it.
also, when people say like, "That's not it," "That's not cute," who are you? Who is you?
Thanks, Swiss cheese and bologna 97. I don't. What the fuck? Fuck you. What the fuck? Oh, that's not it. Like when I tweeted, the girls be like, "Oh, feminism is keeping me from being a housewife," and I said, "Being ugly is keeping you from being a housewife. It's not feminism." And then some girls like, "This isn't feminism either." I didn't say it was. I'm being mean.
I'm being mean.
I never said it was feminism. Everything that comes out of my mouth, it's not feminism.
People have politicized being mean, and sometimes just being mean just to be mean.
And
But
we're bitches. People forget that. We are some stone
and let me tell you something about Homecoming.
cold bitches.
I've been fighting the bitch allegations. Like, no, I'm not. You just gotta get to know me. I'm just so misunderstood. No, only when provoked. But something in my spirit this Homecoming, I had a list of people to be mean to.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
I love that. I love a list. I love a list.
Maybe I took a page out of your book. I said, I'm gonna be mean to this bitch, this bitch, this bitch, this bitch. And if you were not on that list, I had to be nice to you. And I had to save my meanness for the 4 bitches or however many bitches I had on my list to be mean to. And when I tell you, that's probably the best thing I ever did. And it was some niggas that was like, hi, man. I was like, you know what? I'm going to be nice to you because you're not on my list of bitches to be mean to. Mm-hmm. It was very productive. I got to really
hone in
on where the meanness should actually go. Mm-hmm. And it was, so I leaned into being a bitch. It was the most, like Saturday, I was so fucking mean. And I felt so free. I honestly did, because I be pinning it up trying to not be mean, and just like, honestly,
Welcome.
people are gonna call me a bitch anyway. People are gonna talk shit about me anyway, so I may as well be me. I said something so mean to a nigga. I told you what I said.
Yes.
I had to text you about it. You had no context for real, but I was like, I said something so mean to a man today, and I know, and he deserved it. I know I crushed his spirit. Just when I said something to 26 Redacted, like it was on that level of mean shit that I said to him. Man.
And the thing about
That shit
being
feels so
mean for me is like, I have extended niceness to people when I shouldn't have, and then come to find out the narrative was she pussy, or she don't want no problems. Da, 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 da. That's why I'm as mean as I can be.
The first time.
I knew you was mean the whole time. That shit never flew with me. Where you were like, I just want you to get to know me. And I'm like, I know what you are, because I'm it. I know what you are.
But the thing is, I try to keep Fat Ma, like, not Fat Ma, because that's a different
That's
entity.
your coochie.
That's my coochie. But that was the first thing, because she's always on my mind. You're always on my mind. I try to keep Bitchy McBitcherton down as much as I can. She does slip out. She be, she slips out sometimes. But I went full bitch. Like, I really, like, pulled up to Homecoming like fucking Debo on that bicycle. You can hear, like, the creaks of the wheels. That's how I pulled up to Homecoming. And it was great.
That's the life that I want for every woman. Because I'm mean to people who I've decided to be mean to all the time. You know me. People from the podcast who have heard my stories or know me. I wanted to be like, Omar coming. I want people.
Here's this bitch.
Here
Oh,
comes
brother.
This bitch. I never wanted to be. I don't ever want a person. I want people who I have problems with to know it's up.
Every time.
I want a girl that Melanie, you saw this. One of my friends that I'm not friends with anymore, I saw that she was expecting a baby. I sent her a text message.
You will never be normal for that.
I said, hey, heard you're having a baby. I know that you wanted to have a baby. I know that is your goal. I'm about to block you back because it's still fuck you. But congratulations. That's me. You'll never not know where I stand, bitch. Never.
And then I have a far super extreme level of mean where you don't exist. You could be sitting right here. And you would think that you would just, like, on fucking Black Mirror when you're just blurry, you would think, and I make a point to be like, if Samaya's over here and I don't fuck with you, Samaya, okay, cut. Yes, bitch, you look so, and that's just my regular personality, but I'm the life of the party, and you don't get a fun party hat or noisemaker.
And now people are wondering why.
You're not getting spoken to.
I did that one time because I don't have the self-control, and I know we got to wrap. I don't have the self-control not to address a conflict. I don't enjoy conflict, but I enjoy the results of conflict so much because it makes me feel like I've gotten it off my chest. I ignored a bitch so cold at a birthday dinner once, and she was sitting directly in front of me. And what's so funny is Rodney don't play about me at all. And when I say I had that table in the palm of my hand, the motherfuckers was cracking up, and she couldn't help but laugh. And Rodney was like, don't laugh at her. Rodney was like, you don't get to laugh at her. And I'm like, period. You don't get to fucking laugh at my jokes. Your subscription ended.
No,
you don't
I
fucking get to
love
participate
that.
in my life.
That's me being super mean. But like, again, but like you said, some people, she pussy, that's what she said. It's like, no, you don't exist. But people feel that, especially when you have a big personality like me and you have, and you get to be fun and bubbly around everybody else, and then it's like enough for Gretchen Wieners. That's funny to me.
You're not as crazy as I am, though.
I am very much normal in comparison to you.
You're not. Nobody's normal. Let's not put that out there.
I'm normal.
We're just different. Because see, me, I can ignore a person. Like, for example, like my dad, right? Like, I can ignore my dad until like I get sleepy or like I start drinking because I get mean.
That niggas gotta slip some Benadryl to sleep.
I get mean when I get sleepy. Like, so it'll go from me being an adult and like ignoring to like having one cocktail and being like, I should have killed you with my bare hands. Did you know I will murder you? Like,
but people want the scene too, though.
Yeah.
So you can't give them the scene that they want. You got to know when to play your cards. It's like, now I'll be mean one-on-one. You're not gonna get a scene, especially for me. Like, there's like, what? How can I say this without sounding ridiculous? Like, there's clout in me speaking to you and being around you, especially in a homecoming setting in that kind of way. So me being standing next to you, you a male type shit. Like, not saying like I'm just the most popular and most famous. No, that's not
I get what you mean.
But there's social capital in that as it is. So me like, male cuss Brandon out in the middle of the goddamn Bragg Stadium on the 50-yard line.
That is where we differ.
I'm not giving you that. But if we behind the goddamn concession stand, you motherfucker, I'm not giving you the satisfaction of a scene in that way.
If I feel like you're provoking a scene with me, I won't give it to you. But if I know a scene with me is the last thing you want, and I owe you need that, and I owe you a scene, if I know that ruining this evening for you, or ruining this day for you, or ruining your image here or your experience is the last thing you want, what I'm going to do is provide that for you. Because I'm uncomfortable.
That's fair.
I never wanted to see you. I'm uncomfortable with you being here. So if I gotta have a bad time, everybody's gotta have a bad time. If I'd love to see one of my ops having a good time and just being like, I'm going to create an environment
that's
so toxic. I'm gonna ruin it.
No,
ruin it.
I walked into a room and I seen the niggas like, God. I was like, yes.
Inject it into my fucking veins.
Yes. But anyway, say all this to say, we are misandrous. Fuck these niggas. But at the same time, we are still heterosexual.
I still like dick.
Or bisexual, male-leaning bisexual women.
I wouldn't say male-leaning.
Not male-leaning. We're actively...
I'm being pushed. I'm being pushed.
Male push bisexual. We fuck niggas over here. I'm sorry. But it's like, fuck them. But like, at some point...
Fuck them.
Also,
we used to say that when Lauren was here. Fuck them. But fuck them.
If that's what you want to do, and that's what our
the
heart
brand
desires,
hasn't changed.
That's what make it thump. That's what make it thump. But at the same time, we have to also understand what a pick-me is. I don't think you wanting to cook for a man is a pick-me because you like to cook for everyone.
Oh, when I said prepare a meal, I meant my pussy.
Oh, I thought you were being literal
oh, we had a misunderstanding.
Oh,
I meant prepare this pussy for eating.
But that's a point. But also, even if you were talking about actual food and sustenance, you like cooking for the people that you love.
I do.
That's just who you are. But a bitch like me, so the meal I made in my home, it was, honestly, I don't feel like it was all the way nasty because some mess hit my phone at the same time. And I was just, it was crazy. I was like, I don't even want to eat no more because this is just too, I'm just tired. I'm tired. So I couldn't really fully eat. But I had some chicken breasts. I was like, I'll make some chicken breasts. But I had some mushrooms. Like, I can't let the mushrooms go bad. So I just throw some mushrooms in there. Chop some onions. Threw the onions in there. Cool. I didn't have all my proper seasonings. I didn't have a bowl big enough. So I had to put it in my fucking like regular dish set bowl, like a fucking cereal bowl, trying to get all the seasoning on the goddamn chicken.
And chicken breast is easy to fuck up.
Yeah, so and then I had the little Nor rice in the bag. I'm like, that's easy. I misread the directions a little bit on when I should put the butter in. I boiled it before I put the water in, so it fucked up the timing.
I'm sorry. How did you boil it before you put the water in?
I mean, before I put the rice in. I'm sorry. I was like, what? So you know how it says boil. Usually when you make rice, you boil the water first, then you put the rice in. I was making it like real rice, but you're supposed to put the water and the rice in at the same time and let it boil while the rice is still in there. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So the timing was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of gummy. And I was just like,
gummy.
Rice.
Don't you ever do that again.
I was distracted as fuck.
Gummy rice is crazy.
So anyway, me being like, I just can't wait to cook for a man. Bitch, that's not even you.
Right.
That's pick me. So we need to understand, liking a man and wanting to do nice things for a man in general is just not pick me. Uncharacteristically putting out other bitches for men. And we do put out other bitches, but not for the acceptance of men, if that makes sense.
And you know what? And let's say I did. Let's say I did put down a bitch behind a man. Okay, fight me about it, pussy. I don't know what you want me to do.
And also, like,
I'm right most of the time.
Y'all
I'm on the right side of history
these
most
moral
of the time.
grandstands on the internet because y'all don't actually touch grass.
Or men.
Or men. Or bitches.
Or bitches. All right. Bye.
Bye.